Possible splitting in various geometries, we have studied it in detail. Now let us focus our attention on three geometries: octahedral, tetrahedral and square planar. If we consider any splitting, extent of splitting can be measured by one parameter, and that parameter is called as splitting parameter. If geometry of the complex is octahedral, we can say it is a octahedral splitting parameter. Accordingly, tetrahedral and square planar splitting parameters will be there. Question is, how to understand the extent of splitting, means how to measure the splitting parameter. Answer for this question is in absorption spectra. Let us revise. The splitting in octahedral field is in two parts. D orbitals splits in two sets. Lower set is T2G and higher set is EG. And the gap between lowest splitted orbital and highest splitted orbital, that's our definition of splitting parameter, and we say that splitting parameter as delta O. I'm not talking here about low spin or high spin complexes, whether delta O is larger than the P or less than the P. Here only the gap between the lowest splitted and the highest splitted orbital is important for us. If we consider the second geometry, tetrahedral, there splitting gap is reverse, means a gap between lowest orbital, that's a E, not EG, and highest splitted orbital T2 is nothing but the delta T, and you can recognize that delta T is smaller than delta O. Whatever the relationship we say, delta T is equal to 4 by 9 delta O, on what ground are we seeing? Are there any experimental proof? Yes, that only we are going to study. How to measure that splitting parameter, how to measure delta O and delta T. Now important point is square planar splitting. Splitting in square planar geometry. Here complications are there. In octahedral and tetrahedral, cases were straightforward. Now general point of view I am saying. I am coming to that point in detail later. But in square planar, already 4 levels are there. So what to consider? A gap between which orbitals will be the delta SP? As per our definition, lowest splitted orbital, that is a set of dxz and dyz, and highest split orbital, that's a dx square minus y square orbital, that gap will be the delta SP. But when electron excites, electron do not know whether it is the highest orbital or not. Electron will see which is the suitable orbital, upper orbital, there electron can proceed. Possibilities of excitation are there. Therefore, a perfect energetics for each orbital is important. What we consider highest splitted orbital dx square minus y square, its energy in relation to delta O. I am coming why we are saying it as delta O is 1.23 delta O, and next splitted orbital in square planar geometry is dxy orbital, and its energy is plus 0.23 delta O. See, the gap between those two is nothing but delta O. I can consider it is as delta 1. First splitting subparameter. Below dxy orbital, the orbital is dz square, but its energy is lower than that of the barycenter, and energy is minus 0.43 delta O. If I find the gap between second splitted orbital, that's a dxy, and this dz square orbital, how much will be there? This minus 0.43 plus 0.23. So summation is 0.66 delta O. It is a delta 2 subparameter gap I am considering. Now last energy level is a doublet of dxz and dyz orbitals, and its energy is minus 51 delta O. So how much gap is there between the dz square orbital and dxz and dyz orbitals? It is merely 0.08 delta O. So that is our third splitting subparameter in square planar complexes. I said it has what? Delta 3. Such many transitions are possible. Depending upon electronic configuration, we can guess which transition might have occurred. And in true sense, square planar complexes are rare, especially for D8 electronic configuration. These complexes are observed. In case of first transition series element, if ligand is stronger, then square planar complexes are there, and higher transition series elements, even if ligand is weaker because of the strength of the metal ion, the square planar complexes is observed, because in square planar complexes a lot of splitting is there, large splitting parameter is there. We are discussing their measurement in detail. What I want to say now, let you consider octahedral, tetrahedral or square planar. Splitting between orbitals is there, and that can be measured by excitation of electron from one energy level to other energy level. To excite the electron from one energy level to other energy level, energy will be absorbed, and that will be revealed in one kind of spectra. Which spectra? Right, absorption spectra. By absorption spectra, we can understand which wavelength is absorbed or which wave number is absorbed. Wave number generally we express in terms of per centimeter, but for calculation purpose we should take SI unit, so we can express it in per meter also. So we can get wave number in per centimeter or per meter, and with the help of the data, with the help of the value of lambda, means wavelength absorbed or wave number related to the absorption, we can find out the energy for that wave which is absorbed. Energy of the wave which is absorbed is equivalent to energy needed to excite the electron from one level to other level. Are you following? Means that energy of photon is nothing but our energy gap. But this energy gap we will get for one transition, one photon. But general way, chemistry deals with per mole measurement. Means Avogadro's number of species, Avogadro's number of photons, Avogadro's number of transitions, Avogadro's number of electrons for which we deal with. Avogadro's number we consider as a standard one. So what we need to do, we need to express that energy in terms of joule per mole, or in order to have the sizable number, we express it in terms of kilojoule per mole. Now let us know how to do these calculations. See, by absorption spectra, we can get value of absorption. Means maybe it in terms of wavelength, or it may be in terms of wave, or it may be in terms of wave number. Here, wavelength is mentioned. Now, if we know the wavelength, then how can we find the energy? See the formula. E is equal to hc upon lambda. What is the value of H? Now in SI unit we should write all the values. 6.626 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule second. And what is the value of C? Speed of light 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. And then lambda from experimental basis, from absorption spectra we are getting, but majoritically we get lambda in terms of nanometer. So let it be angstrom unit, nanometer or picometer. We have to convert it to meter. How to convert nanometer into meter? That value into 10 raised to minus 9. That much meter. So meter should be there. So I represented the units there. Then you will understand meter and meter will get cancelled. Second and second will get cancelled. Will be left now only J, means joule. So energy for one transition, keep in mind, one transition for one photon we can find out by this expression. Similarly, if data provided is in terms of wave number, then how to find out energy? E is equal to hc nu bar. What is that nu bar? That's a wave number, and that in SI unit we should express in terms of per meter. But if it is expressed in terms of per centimeter, we have to convert it into per meter. Now see, in this H means Planck constant, 6 into 6 to 6 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule second. C means speed of the light, 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. And this nu bar means wave number, we have to represent it in terms of per meter. If it is in terms of per centimeter, then we will multiply to that value by 10 raised to 2. We will get it in terms of per meter. Are these conversions clear? Again, we will get the value in terms of joule. Here you will find all units get cancelled. That is the reason why I represented units there, so that you will understand what may be the final unit of the answer. So final unit will be J, means joule. Now whatever the values of energy or that splitting parameter or the wavelength absorbed we found, those are in terms of joule. But I said conventionally we are expressing it in terms of kilojoule per mole. Then how to express that value in terms of kilojoule per mole? The value in joule into Avogadro's number, because we want to find out those many transitions from Avogadro's number of the electrons, Avogadro's number of the photons absorbed, Avogadro's number of the transition. So into Avogadro's number, what is Avogadro's number? 6.023 into 10 to 23 per mole. So that we will get the value in terms of joule per mole. But what is our intention? We want to find the value in terms of kilojoule per mole. And in order to find the value in terms of kilo, that's a term kilo, we are dividing it by means of the 1000. We will get answer in terms of kilojoule per mole. Then those values we can compare, correlate. It is a basis of finding of splitting parameter. Let it be the tetrahedral, octahedral or square planar. Calculations are different. So I am discussing it one by one. Let us discuss now octahedral splitting and finding splitting parameter in octahedral complexes with suitable examples. The example that I want to consider is a purple colored titanium aquo complex which shows absorption at 20,300 per centimeter. That is a wave number. And so here what you need to do, per centimeter you have to convert in the per meter and you have to substitute that value in proper equation. See here, the TiH263 plus titanium plus 3 is there. So titanium plus 3 has 1 electron in d orbital, and that 1 electron is in lowest split orbital, that is the T2g orbital. That electron will absorb the energy of 20,300 per centimeter or 500 nanometer and will go to the higher energy level, that is the Eg orbital, and that energy absorbed is nothing but the gap between T2g and Eg. And what is the gap between T2g and Eg? It is represented there, that is our delta, and that we want to find out. So let us substitute these values in our formula. E is equal to Hc nu bar. Just see the substitution. H is equal to 6.626 into 10 to minus 30 per joule second. C is equal to 3 into 10 to 8 meter per second, and nu bar is 20,300 per centimeter. Per meter, I have to multiply it by 10 raised to 2. I'll get answer in per meter. Is the substitution clear? So what is the answer? E is equal to 4.03 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. But I want to express it in terms of kilojoule per mole. Then this value in joule into Avogadro's number 6.023 into 10 to 23 divided by 1000. So what's the answer? 243 kilojoule per mole. That's a splitting parameter in titanium aquo complex. Is this example clear? Let us see one more example. I want to bring your attention on the left curve. It is of the COH2O6 2 plus cobalt aquo complex, pink colored complexities. Color you will find later on. But scales, pay attention properly. Left side scale for the epsilon value, molar extinction coefficient, is different, and right side scale is for tetrahedral. Don't go on the heights of those curves. Left side is octahedral and right side is for tetrahedral. But now I want to pay attention towards the octahedral. What we find, the cobalt aquo complex shows absorption at 540 nanometer. So here we are getting value of wavelength. So I have to substitute that value of wavelength in which formula? So what exactly happened by means of 540 nanometer wavelength? In this complex COH2O6 plus metal ion is cobalt 2 plus, and cobalt 2 plus has 7 electrons in outermost d orbitals. What electronic configuration? T2G5 Eg2. It is a weak field complex, means high spin complex. After absorption of the 540 nanometer wavelength, one of the electron without changing the spin will excite in the higher orbital, that's the Eg orbital. So now electronic configuration is T2G4Eg3. That's the magic of absorption. And energy absorbed is equivalent to the energy gap between T2G and Eg. That's our splitting parameter. How can you find that splitting parameter? Energy of that photon is nothing but a splitting parameter. Energy E is equal to hc upon lambda. What is value of H? 6.626 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule second, C3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second divided by lambda. Lambda is 540 nanometer. I want it in terms of meter. So answer is 540 into 10 raised to minus 9 meter. See the substitution. Answer is 3.68 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. That is the energy for one photon. That is the energy for only one set of orbital. That is the energy for one molecule. That is the energy for only one transition. But we want, conventionally, it is for mole. And we are expressing in terms of kilojoule per mole. For that, what we have to do? Energy in joule into Avogadro's number divided by 1000. So substitute the value of energy there. And what is the answer? 222 kilojoule per mole. Means what are we finding? In cobalt co-complex, the splitting parameter is less compared to titanium co-complex. Yeah, comparison later on we can consider. But is the measurement of delta O, means splitting parameter for octahedral field, clear to you? Let us discuss next time splitting parameter calculation for tetrahedral complexes. As a homework question to you, FeH2O6 plus 2 is a octahedral complex. You have to find delta O value for that complex, provided the energy absorbed is 10,400 per centimeter. I want answer in kilojoule per mole for splitting parameter. Write the final answer in the comment box.